podium, put it back on, because you might be crossing people, and then you can take it off again when you get to the podium. So like when we came in, we all had our masks on, and then took it off once we were in the plexiglass.
Okay, gotta get started.
This is gimmicky, everybody, I think.
All right, let's get started. Calling to order the meeting, the regular meeting of the Wheeling Plan Commission for Wednesday, April 28th, 2021. Please stand for the pledge. Mr. Secretary, please call the roll.
Commissioner Villanova is absent. Commissioner Berkey. Here. Commissioner Sprague is here. Commissioner Yednak.
Present.
Commissioner Thompson.
Here.
Chairman Johnson.
Here. Ms. Nyes, any changes to the agenda this evening?
No changes.
All right, citizens' concerns and comments?
There's no one signed up, no.
No, I don't think anyone signed up. All right, we have no consent items. So items for review. Docket 2021-09, special use to permit a recreation and instruction facility at 9 Huntington Lane. This one was opened at our last meeting, but the petitioner was not present. I assume the petitioner is present tonight. Please come on up. Oh, by the podium there. Right there.
Hello.
Did we read it to open it, or did we?
We did read it.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay, I just wanted to confirm, I couldn't
Yes.
remember.
Yeah, we did.
Great.
I did.
So I will need to swear you in. Please raise your right hand. You swear the testimony you're giving tonight to be the truth?
I do. And
Okay. Please state your name clearly and spell it.
my name is Gela, G-E-L-A, and my last name is Kelihashvili, K-E-L-I-K-H-V-I-L-I.
Thank you. And your business address is the?
It's a 9 Huntington
Huntington?
Lane, yes.
Very good. All right. Tell us what it is you want to do.
Thank you.
You can remove the mask.
You could take the mask off while you're up there.
Just came 2 years ago in America. I'm a world champion and European champion in judo, and I have my school. I just decided to open my school, so, and it's new possibilities for the kids, new opportunities to know what's the judo. It's a Japan martial art, but it's not kind of punch. It's just a kind of wrestling. It's an Olympic sport. It's a, and as I know, there is not many judo clubs over here. There's a couple of, but the one I know only one in the Wheeling, but there is not any in Buffalo Grove or Wheeling or Palatine or Arlington Heights, and it's a great chance for the kids to know what's a judo, what's a judo discipline, what judo learn the kids for the life, not only for the life, discipline, respect, friendship, and.
Okay. Ms. Nyes, did you have anything on this before we get going?
I think I mentioned this before. The only reason that he's here for the special use is it's for a recreation and instruction facility, and because he wants more than 12 people, it's considered a large recreation and instruction facility, which requires a special use. So he's already allowed to operate with a maximum of 12 people. There are 2 conditions that the fire inspector wanted, which I'll have to provide these to you. You'll have to provide it to the fire inspector, is that the petitioner shall provide flame spread and smoke generation cut sheets for the mats that will be used for the classes. And the petitioner shall modify their business license to indicate an increase in the number of individuals above 12.
Thank
Okay.
you.
This is a public hearing. If there's anyone in the audience that came to speak on this? No? All right. We'll start with the commissioners. Commissioner Ednick.
First time you came to me first, and I was trying to look something up.
Gotta keep you on your toes.
Thank you, thank you, Mr. Chairman. I have a couple questions. The floor plan was just a picture of the overall of the shopping center, so I'm just trying to understand, are you only leasing Suite 9, or are you okay, now it's highlighted here, it wasn't highlighted on our drawing, so just Suite 9?
Yes.
Okay, and is the business currently in operation? Is that you'd have to speak to the mic, because we're going to take notes.
Yes.
All right, so right now you're restricted to 12 people in the facility, including instructors?
Yes.
Okay. And then the description, or your answers in the statements, the standards for special use were somewhat contradictory. At some point, you're saying that you want to increase because you want to allow the parents to be able to, I'm guessing parents and relatives to be able to observe and watch the classes. But then on answer number 6, it said that parents will only be bringing the kids to the gym and then pick them up when their workout is over. Is that the current condition, or is that the future condition?
Actually, it's future condition too.
So right now, they're only dropping them off and picking them up, and then?
Yeah, because of also the COVID virus, we have some regulations.
Because of what?
COVID pandemic.
Okay.
So we don't have a right to allow the parents inside. We have some regulations, so we need to keep.
But what I'm trying to understand is, you want to increase the number of people on the site to have larger classes of students, or to allow parents and relatives to observe the classes?
To allow the parents.
To what?
And to students and parents. I think both.
All right, so how many maximum, if you expand it to more students and more observers, how many maximum people do you think will be?
Because of I'm working alone, only one coach, I'm thinking that I can only ride like 16 kids, like 14, 16 kids together, no more, because it's impossible to take it alone. So because I'm only one coach, I don't have any helper, nobody, I'm just working alone. So, and just want to give the chance to parents to watch their kids, to how they are working, and how it's going.
So how many households do you think would be represented in each class?
So I'm planning to get maximum 14 kids each group.
But then, so do you anticipate that maybe grandparents or aunts and uncles might be coming? So one kid might be bringing 2 or 3 households. I'm trying to get an idea on the parking issue, if you expand it.
Sure. So it's, I have a time like one group, like I divide the groups classes, like not all students together. For example, if 14 kids finish the training, they have 15 minutes, 20 minutes time to move, to leave the gym, and then I'm gonna get after 20 minutes another group class. So there's 25 minutes to don't make the traffic, or to get them more.
When you have the students in the class, are they generally maybe have 2 or 3 from each family, like brother and sister, or each kid from a separate family? So what I'm wondering, if all the parents came at the same time, you might be looking at 10 to 15 cars going in the lot to have the parents and the students there at the same time. Is that correct?
Yeah, just one club,
Okay.
one group. Yeah.
So I guess this is for the staff then, there was a statement made in our packets saying that parking should be sufficient. Well, I know right now there's not a lot of tenants in that mall, so when you look at it, it's generally a pretty empty lot. But how many spaces are actually allocated to this individual tenant? If that mall was at full occupancy and he had 15 to 20 cars going in and out, can that mall handle that volume?
Yes, we have a parking analysis for that shopping center, And so it's based on the square footage of, well, it's based on whatever use and how that parking is calculated per the use. So we did double check that, and some places are vacant, and so they're not using their spaces. But even if everybody was using spaces, there would be sufficient parking for this facility.
But that's going to depend on the other businesses that may.
We did account for other businesses filling in there, if
But
the other businesses were occupied,
And now we got the newest one is the,
the Dollar Tree.
what's it?
The Dollar Tree?
Yeah, the Dollar Tree. And how many, I mean, that one I think would be kind of a somewhat high volume parking. How many spots?
Yeah, they actually were taking up less than what was allocated for that space.
Excuse me, sir, can I say something? So usually my trainings is evening times, which is most businesses are closed. And I think they are not gonna use the parking spot because I'm working usually evening after 6 p.m. So, and as I know, these businesses, I just checked in Google and as I see these businesses are closed after 5 p.m.
Okay, so you're doing all of your classes in the evenings or most of
After,
your
no, I
classes?
don't have anything in the morning. If I have anything morning, just to train for myself. So
Okay, so all your classes are later afternoon?
later after 6 p.m., yes.
Okay, all right. That's all I have, Mr. Chairman. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Commissioner Thompson,
I had no questions on this, thank you.
Commissioner Berkey.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So is the ask for 12 plus with a maximum of 25 people, is that what I'm reading correctly?
We are not putting a maximum on there. That's just what their letter stated, that there's a maximum, but we leave the maximum number up to the fire division and what's allowed by occupancy.
Okay, so that's yet to be determined then?
Yeah, we leave that part open.
Okay, and then what was you were expecting? You mentioned up to 14 kids, did I hear that correct?
14 kids for each group because I'm only one coach. I don't have any helper or assistants or some like who work inside. I'm just alone.
Okay, and right now you're at about 6 kids?
Right now, sometimes I have private lessons, but I don't have too many students yet. But
Okay.
hopefully I will get.
Okay. I guess my only concern would be once you start to get up to that 10 to 14 range, and then parents in there too, the 16 by 10 space might not be enough to accommodate the distancing between everyone.
You are mean in the waiting area?
Yeah.
I was thinking about that too, and I was thinking to make waiting area as front side as a back side too. So, and I'm using I just keep this special space for the parents, and they can wait as front side as the back side too. There is enough space to they sit and wait, and also keep also distance. They don't like hit each other, as I say.
Okay. Yeah, that would be the one thing. And how are you? Do you have some way of enforcing that, making sure that everyone's going to be far enough apart from each other once that occurs?
Sorry, can you ask me?
All right. Do you have some way of making sure that everyone's adhering to being far enough apart from each other?
For the parking?
Far enough? No, for inside the facility.
So there's just the chairs, like they specially keep the distance, whereas they're only to sit. So if someone stay inside and just stand, they have to cover the other people to not able to watch the training. So it's impossible to someone just stand inside. If someone is extra, it's impossible to stay inside and watch the training because if he's standing, he's gonna recover the people who's sitting backside, and so it's kind of rude. So I think if it's gonna be full, nobody gonna stay inside this long time.
Okay.
Thank you.
No further questions.
All right. Commissioner Sprague?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I have no questions.
Thank you.
And I have no questions either. Anything more from the commission? Nope. All right, Marcy, could you repeat the conditions?
Sure. Number 1, the petitioner shall provide flame spread and smoke generation cut sheets for the mats that will be used for classes. Number 2, the petitioner shall modify their business license to indicate an increase in the number of individuals above 12.
All right. With those conditions, do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Yednak,
Yes.
Commissioner Berkey,
Yes.
Commissioner Sprague is a yes. Commissioner Thompson,
Yes.
Chairman Johnson.
Yes.
So this will go to the village board on May 17th, and I'll contact you about those 2 conditions.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
Have a great evening.
Good luck filling your classes.
And now I need a motion to close docket 2021-09.
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Sprague is a yes. Commissioner Berkey,
Yes.
Commissioner Yednak,
Yes.
Commissioner Thompson,
Yes.
Chairman Johnson.
Yes. Moving on to docket PC 21-09, minor site plan and appearance approval for a patio at 97 Marquardt Drive. Ms. Nice?
So this project is for a minor site plan approval, you can come on up, and appearance approval, because they are making modifications to the facade of the building by just replacing the storefront. And the site plan approvals are just to put in a nice entranceway for the building with a nice patio and some landscaping. We did have a question regarding the landscaping, proposed landscaping interfering with the existing landscaping, so we thought we would leave that up to the Plan Commission to decide if they were okay with that, and there were no conditions.
All right, thank you. Please state your name and spell it.
My name is Yanni Elyash, Y-A-N-N-I, last name E-L-Y-A-S-H.
And your business address is?
91 Marquardt.
Okay. All right. Please tell us about what you're gonna be doing.
No, most of you guys already know my company. We are manufacturer and decorator for event industry. And my front yard is pretty much my big sales point because we do sell landscape, so I'll need to make a showroom. And behind that, the construction that I'm doing, that another permit that I have already, and we start to work on the construction, is enlarged showroom. So I'm building 10,000 square feet showroom for my facility, which will have in front of that garden. And my gardener is pretty much gardener from Botanic Garden. So it's going to be a beautiful place with trees, with flowers. We're going to grow all different varieties to help our clients to visualize what we can do for their hotels, for their properties, and on and on. So I need that to be the most beautiful place in Wheeling, so I can sell it.
Good. All right. Let's start with Commissioner Sprague this time.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good evening. I do share concern with staff on the arborvitae that you're planning on planting around the patio. Let's see here, the green giant arborvitaes.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to plant them under the existing trees?
I would really like to not plant them under existing tree, and actually brought some pictures, if it's possible to, if you want, I actually print a couple of them that I can bring out to you guys. If you don't mind, I can come over closer to you and give you a couple copies.
Is this a change in the plans, or?
It's not changed, if it's possible.
We can share some.
Give one to Don. There you go. Perfect.
Thank you.
I can share with Don.
Okay, so
Okay, so the way that this garden will be designed, the giant arboretum tree that we're gonna put over here, I would like to cut it in a different, they cut like animals from the tree and everything else just to make it a little bit nicer. So I wanted to spread them out and just to plant some other flowers around it. Right now, because I'm staying like 18 feet away from the borderline, I will put them in a straight line, but if it's possible, again, I would like to have a permission to just spread them around. And I know that that part of the land is belong to city, and you probably will be needed to do some construction or anything else, but the beauty about those trees that anytime, even if they're gonna be like 10, 15 years old, I can take them from the ground, I can move them like 5 feet left, 5 feet right, so even if you will do some construction, I can remove them, you will finish construction, and I can put them back.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this group here, nor myself, have the ability to approve that because it's in the village right-of-way, and that is under the direction of Public Works.
Okay.
And so I'm not sure, we couldn't approve that plan right now because the whole thing was that Public Works gave us the comment that you had to initially move this stuff out of the right-of-way. So I agree, it's a better plan, but they don't want it in the right-of-way. So,
what about the existing landscaping that's shown here? I mean, that
yeah, it's there.
is already right by the curb.
Right, there's, right, in a lot of the industrial areas, there's some landscaping and stone that's on the curbs that has been put in over the years to prevent trucks and stuff from coming up on the properties.
And they do have some trees growing from that, and they look ugly. I'm planning to fix them, of course, but I'll do my best with that.
So, yeah, I'm not sure what other avenue we can, if you want to go back to Public Works and
Marcy,
and
as
try
you
and
know,
work with
I'll
them.
take whatever you guys will give me. It is the best time to plant the trees, so I need to start to plant them now. So if you'll approve just a straight line, that's what I will do now. Again, I'll take whatever you will give me.
And you said some of these will be sculpted?
That's the idea, once again, to sell them to hotels, to corporate, to some other events. I wanted to make sure that they look not just like a tree. It needs to be something really cool with that. And again, my gardeners will make some nice presentations with them. For the first couple of years, we will let them grow to a certain size. So I'll just put maybe like rose bushes around them or some other bushes. And then they will grow to a height about like 8, 10 feet. And they will become about like 8 feet wide. And the beauty about those trees, when you cut them, they will continue to grow. So you just every year trim them and they can look absolutely beautiful. I'm sure that you saw that everywhere.
Well, let me ask you this, because this is your business.
Yes, Mike.
Planting the arborvitae underneath the trees like that, they will still be able to flourish and grow with the shade?
Yes, that's the only tree, not only tree, that's one of those trees that do not need direct sun, they do not need anything. They are very easy to grow. I'll just have to water them for the first year. After that, they just grow on their own. Yeah, and they are okay with being on the sun, with being on the shade, with being covered.
And then you plan on keeping the height, a certain height? Because these, from what I understand, can grow up to 40 feet tall.
They can go up to 40 feet tall, and actually some of them I would like to grow to 20. Once again, the beauty of the tree is not the 40 feet high, it's that they will explode to like 8, sometimes even 9 feet wide. And when you cut certain pieces inside, they start to do new green leaves over there. So it always will look green.
Now, do you plan on trimming the existing trees up high enough that these can grow to that height?
I don't think so, because the existing tree that I have is absolutely beautiful.
Yeah,
in
but
a great condition. Yeah, last year I fertilized them and everything else. I really hope. And again, guys, I just bought this building last year, so I really hope that by this year we will fix the look of those trees to bring them to more.
Yeah, there's some very, very low branches on the existing trees.
Yes, they're about like 12 feet, go up to 12 feet low.
Yeah.
So the bushes that I will have under that, I'll have to cut to maybe like 6-7 feet. And right now, they're in a straight line, in a perfect line. I would like to stagger them so I can play with like additional decor that I can put in between.
Okay, this is his business. If he's confident that these will be okay underneath the trees, then I have no problem with it. That's all I have. Thank you.
Commissioner Berkey.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I concur with Commissioner Sprague. You know, my concern would be the height growing into those other trees, but if you're able to maintain that and keep it looking nice, then that's fine.
Thank you.
Commissioner Thompson.
Yes, nothing for me, thank you.
Commissioner Yednick.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm not a horticulturist or a landscaper. I don't even play one on TV, but I did do some Google searches after I read I don't know who gave your response letter, but it sounds like these trees are pretty flexible. You can either let them grow high, you can let them grow wide. And I think my condo building, we have arborvitaes. I'm the president there, and I know that we keep them at about 12 feet high, and they trim them. So, yeah, I think you'd be able to manage that. And it sounds like whoever wrote your response letter sounds pretty knowledgeable about what you can do with them. The one question I did have was, I went over and took a look at your property, and you're right, that would be a nice section. Now, are you planning on moving your main entrance then? Because right now your main entrance is further south, or is this going to be like an extension of I thought maybe you were building an employee patio, but you explained you want to use this for the customers and to display your products and stuff, or to show them your design capabilities. So is the main entrance going to move to that area also?
I'm gonna have two main entrances.
Okay.
One of them is where it is right now, which is a little bit more further south, and another one will be right next to that garden where we have right now door. Of course, I'm changing door to most beautiful glass and everything else. So that's gonna be a separate showroom, which will, before sampling of everything that we are doing in gardening, in the furniture rental, in the manufacturing. And another side of my business is more like a floral and decor. So the other side of the business will be floral and decor. And it's going to be it's the same company that's going to have two names. Right now, my floral company is Yanni Design Studio.
Okay.
And another one will be Canvas, which means that our clients can walk in and canvas anything for their events, project, hotels, and on and on and on.
Okay. All right, yeah.
There's gonna be two main entrances.
It was a nice looking corner. My unofficial opinion, I guess, I like your redesign. It would be nice if you could use that space. I'm not sure what the Public Works objection is, but they're the experts. So, yeah, if you came back to us, I would support that. It'd be nice. But if we're just able to approve, up to the property line, I think you've covered the issue with the height of the trees and maintaining them so that they'll be able to grow. And then that's all I have, Mr. Chairman. I have nothing else. Thanks.
Thank you. What types of trees are those two big ones?
I'm not sure. They look like they are like 40, 50 years old, very white tree. I saw that you have a couple of pictures from my property. Maybe they are there, but yes, this is it. I'm not sure what kind of tree is it.
Yeah, that one could use some trimming up, that's for sure.
Once again, I just bought this building last year on March 6th, and March 13th, COVID started. So for 6 months, we was closed, and you know the history.
Okay, I was just wondering.
We all lived through that.
So can we write in something that we approved this, but if he goes to Public Works and wants to do this undulating thing?
I think so. Could I just clarify something about staff's comment? So staff's concern is not about the height of the arborvitae. For trees, the canopy of the trees, the drip line, the edge of where the canopy is, that's where the root systems go out to. So when you dig up a huge area within that drip line, you're digging up the roots of the existing tree and putting a new tree in there. So it's not the height of the arborvitae, it's that you're taking out the root system of the existing tree. You could potentially kill the tree that's there. So I just want to clarify that that was our concern. And I do think, unless Mallory, you don't think so, can we have a condition that if Public Works allows, they can put the trees, move the trees onto Public Works property?
Yeah.
So they don't have to come back here?
Right, you could reference this as an exhibit,
Exhibit.
so that, you know, that if Public Works approves or allows plantings on the public right-of-way, you know, the petitioner can install trees consistent with the exhibit submitted at the Plan Commission meeting.
That would get some of them maybe out of the drip line.
Right.
Although the way this tree in the picture here looks, it
Right, I
goes
mean,
out
they
pretty
can
far.
cut back some of the branches, but like the primary trunks, you know, and branches of those trees, you know, if you remove those roots on that side of the tree, those are probably not going to grow anymore. You're just going to have the tree growing on the other side.
Yeah. But once again, Marcy, it was a good point that this big tree also have roots which goes under the ground. And again, the guys who planted my tree, they mentioned to me that they always see root and they can always move like 1 foot right and 1 foot left. So they can avoid killing the roots.
Okay.
That will be no problem. But again, if I will be able to, as you see it on the picture that I gave you, just go around the roots, that also will be beneficial for existing tree.
Sure.
But again, as I say, I'll take it whatever you'll give me.
So she has to draft a condition to include in here.
I'll take any conditions.
Okay. Is everybody on the commission okay with giving him some latitude on, you know, moving these into the right-of-way if Public Works allows it?
Yes,
Any objections? No?
no.
I'm good
I'm
with it.
fine.
Okay.
So I just put, if Public Works allows the arborvitae to be planted within the right-of-way, the petitioner may modify per the plan submitted during the meeting. Or something to that effect.
You modify the landscape plan.
Modify, yeah.
To correspond with
accordance.
the exhibit submitted
Yeah.
during the meeting.
Okay, if Public Works allows the arborvitae to be planted within the right-of-way, the petitioner may modify the landscape plan in accordance with the plan submitted during the Plan Commission meeting. I'll say the revised plan submitted.
Okay, sounds good.
Sounds good?
Any other questions from the commission? If not, I'd entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Thompson,
Yes.
Commissioner Yadnak,
Yes.
Commissioner Berkey,
Yes.
Commissioner Sprague is a yes, Chairman Johnson.
Yes,
Okay,
you're all set.
Okay, you're going to have to work some magic with Public Works.
okay, I guess I'll call you tomorrow and you'll guide me what steps need to be done.
Okay.
Okay, guys, once again, thank you very much, and I'm gonna be done with the construction in my new place in about like 3-4 months. I will invite you for a grand opening. I want you to see that place. It's gonna be one of a kind.
Look nice.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Can I have that?
Yes, you certainly may. It's not very official looking, but I see his point of, you know,
Yeah, it would be.
rather than a straight line. All right. Docket PC 21-10, major site plan and appearance approval for building addition at 274 East Hintz Road at Fox Deluxe. Ms. Nice?
Okay, so this is a major site plan and building appearance approval for a building addition for a cooler and warehouse on the south side of the existing Fox Deluxe building. Normally, major site plans need a concept review at the village board, but this one did receive a waiver of the concept review and is coming straight to the Plan Commission for a recommendation. And I do not believe, we do have a last minute, we have two conditions. One of them you probably don't know about, well, you might know about it. So can I just, come on down. So the two conditions we had, the first one was the minimum caliper size of the proposed crabapple tree shall be 3 inches at the time of planting. On the planting plan, it was just shown a little bit smaller.
Okay,
And the other one, I think you've been working with the fire inspector.
correct.
So he said, one new looped water main section connecting the South Wolf Road water main and the looped water main for 135 East Hintz Road shall be provided along the south end of the parking lot east of the addition. A fire hydrant shall also be provided along this main by the southeast corner of the parking lot by the new truck and trailer parking area.
Correct,
Okay, he said he talked to you about that.
absolutely.
Okay, so I'll
Good.
give you this stuff.
As long as everybody's on the same page.
Everybody's happy.
All right. Please state your name, spell it, and.
Frank Georgikos, I'm the owner's rep and the GC. Last name is spelled Georgekos.
Thank you. And your business address is Hintz Road?
No.
No.
The 275 East Hintz Road is the project. My address is Bensonville.
All right. So tell us a little bit about what you're doing, or what they're doing.
Recently, Fox Deluxe had another location in the city of Chicago, which he closed down and moved his whole entire operation now at the Wheeling facility, and he's bursting at the seams. He needs more room for more chicken. Chicken sales are very good. So we've been talking to him for the last 6 months, and then we proposed to build a cooler addition. Actually, it's a huge walk-in cooler. That's all it is, for production and for storage.
Okay. Anything else that we need to know about before we start asking questions?
No? It's chicken, chicken, and chicken.
Chicken. Well, it's always good to see a wheeling company needing to expand.
And leave city of Chicago.
Commissioner Yednick.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I did visit this one right around the corner from the last one. I do not have any questions. Thanks.
Okay. Commissioner Thompson.
Yeah, no questions for me either. Thank you.
Commissioner Sprague.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Glad to see you're expanding.
Thank you.
Means business is doing well.
Very well.
I have no questions. Thank you.
Commissioner Berkey.
I'm going to round it out perfectly with, I have no questions either.
And nor do I.
Oh, my
Like I
goodness.
said, it's
Well, you guys made it too easy.
We made him sit through all that?
yeah, well,
Well, you covered
Well,
all the
let me tell you
bases.
something, lots of fun.
The building's going to match the existing, and you explained.
oh,
all
we
that.
do have samples here.
Oh, yeah,
Brought a sample.
building sample.
Oh, I didn't even.
I don't know if you want to
We're
pass
actually
them
using
down.
the same manufacturer who originally did the building. So besides the sun beating up on the existing building, the color should be pretty close.
Looks very nice. I just mean that you covered everything, so that's why we didn't have any questions.
Yeah,
Chicken,
yeah, when we
chicken,
get all the
chicken.
information up front, things go very smoothly.
If you had a trash enclosure, we'd probably have a half a dozen questions. No, it's inside joke, inside joke. Never mind.
It's a plan
I
commission.
won't answer that.
All right, Anything else from you, Marcy?
Nope.
All right, any conditions? Read the
two were already
conditions.
read. Yes.
Go ahead and read the conditions, and then we'll take a vote.
Okay. The minimum caliper size of the proposed crabapple tree shall be 3 inches at the time of planting. Number 2, 1 new looped water main section connecting the South Wolf Road water main and the looped water main for 135 East Hintz Road shall be provided along the south end of the parking lot east of the addition. A fire hydrant shall also be provided along this main by the southeast corner of the parking lot by the new truck and trailer parking area.
All right, do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Yednak,
Yes.
Commissioner Thompson,
Yes.
Commissioner Berkey,
Yes.
Commissioner Sprague is a yes, Chairman Johnson.
Yes.
So because this is a major site plan, you will need to get final approval at the village board on May 17th.
Okay.
But we know that tomorrow at 8 o'clock in
I'll
the
be knocking on
morning,
your door?
you'll be downstairs. They're waiting for you.
Fantastic.
Okay?
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
You guys have a wonderful evening.
You too.
You too.
All right, approval of minutes of the regular meeting of April 14th, 2021, including the findings of fact for 2021-05 and 2021-09.
So moved.
Motion.
Second.
Commissioner Yednak,
Yes.
Commissioner Thompson,
Yes.
Commissioner Berkey,
Yes.
Commissioner Sprague is a yes, Chairman Johnson.
Yes. Other business. Marcy, you've got some things to say.
So, things are very busy in the village. We have a lot of building permit applications coming in. We have a lot of new business license applications and a lot of plan reviews. So there's a lot going on in the village. And at our next meeting on May 12th, we will be having 6 public hearings. So if everybody could attend, that would be great. Eat your dinner before you come.
Yeah. Keep it light, though, so you don't fall asleep.
That's all I have.
Commissioner Thompson, any other business? And don't say you're not coming to the next meeting.
I'm busy. No, I actually, talking with the gentleman from the Historical Society after the last meeting, I really share his enthusiasm for the downtown, or the Riverwalk. So I'm hoping that we hear more on that, and I know that there's a lot of people talking about it, but he, just suggested if we all just keep on
Yeah,
bringing it back around again, maybe the more talk we have here, it'll keep people interested in keeping the discussion going, so. That's it, though. That's it for me.
Commissioner Yednak?
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I actually brought up the Riverwalk during my interview, and I didn't know, for the commission, I didn't know that was thought of before. We already have the bridge that goes across to the Des Plaines River Trail behind the Westin, so it seemed like we could attract a lot of hikers and bike traffic over this way. I hope I didn't step on Chairman Johnson's announcements.
They usually do.
That's all I have.
That it?
That's it, thank you.
Commissioner Berkey?
I have nothing, thank you.
Commissioner Sprague?
Nothing for me, thanks.
We got everybody except me then, right? Okay. I have heard that we have some candidates to fill our empty seat, waiting to see when that interview process will be. If they move quickly, that new person can partake in these 6 public hearings and perhaps be scared away after.
Give them trial by fire like Commissioner Berkey and keep them
Yeah,
there till 8
Commissioner
o'clock.
Berkey, you had,
Midnight.
you had the same thing, didn't you? I don't think I have anything else. Marcy, anything new opening up in town? Meat and potatoes is getting close, I think. They're hiring, I know that.
Yeah, I think they're getting really close. Man, I mean, we have tons of business licenses, I think. It's just probably not, maybe not things everybody's going into every day. Not that I can think of.
Okay. Mallory, anything from the legal aspects?
Nothing from the legal aspect.
Okay. In that case, how about a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We are adjourned.